I feel the need for speed. Ow!
It may not be the danger zone, and they may not be naval aviators, but they are pilots.
I think aviation's been in my blood since I was little. Did some full-scale flying. I think my 16th birthday, got a flight lesson, and couldn't afford to stick with that all my life, but I got into this and have been heavily addicted ever since. Can't stop buying airplanes, can't stop flying airplanes. So.
The airplanes Ryan McCon now flies are just smaller than the real thing.
They really are miniature aircraft, you know, whether it's a helicopter or an airplane, they really are just a miniature, but they operate in the same way. You just fly them a little bit differently. Instead of, you know, seat of the pants and stick and rudder, it's hand-eye coordination and depth perception, that sort of thing.
The Mid-Arkansas Radio Control Society has been around since the 60s. It was once considered a retired man's hobby, but has recently seen a surge in interest from the younger generation.
We have members that are as young as 10, 12 years old and as old as 90.
The older pilots tend to take pride in the build of the aircraft and good, smooth landings. The younger ones taking the art of flying to a whole new level.
They're just fun to fly, and there's always some excitement with these because you really can't master the flight on one of these. There's always some new maneuver if you have the guts to do it.
The radio control aviation hobby is growing in popularity, and one man we spoke to is hoping to turn his hobby into a business.
You know, I've always been interested. I've always flown the little cheap things you can get at the toy stores and stuff. And you know, being in video, I thought, man, surely there's a way we can put a camera on these things and get some pretty neat footage.
And Robert Davis was right.
It's interesting because it's an angle of footage that you can't seem to get from a full-scale helicopter and you can't get from the ground.
The challenge Davis still faces is the Federal Aviation Administration. The radio control aerial photography business is so new, regulations and policies are not yet in place.
We've had a lot of people approach us that are interested in doing it, from production companies to, you know, real estate agents. You know, once the federal government decides what they want to do with it, you know, I think it could be a pretty successful organization.
For now, he and his fellow club members are just enjoying the ride.
If you've never flown before, it's hard to describe the emotion. It's an adrenaline rush. It's relaxing at the same time.
And truth be told, sometimes it's more about the fellowship than the flying.
It's a camaraderie thing. There's lots of people involved with it, and it's really fun to do.
It's just fun to camaraderie with other people, seeing the pilots, watching what they can do, making your skill better, watching and seeing and trying to learn and do what they can do.
Yeah, that one's done.